Well, recently I showed you a CD of Harry Nilsson's material from his Nilsson Schmielsen era. Uh, so I thought, well, I won't bother digging that out again, but I'll show you some two on one albums that I had on CD some time ago. There's some of them that are still in their wrap because, of course, I've got them backed up elsewhere anyway. When I actually bought them anyway. Harry Nilsson, born 1941. His parents and grandparents came from Sweden. I think it was his mother and father emigrated from Sweden to New York, I think it was, and later he went to further his career in Los Angeles. He started out as a computer programmer for a bank, and then I think he started doing some jingles and things like that, you see, and then it started picking up. Anyway, let me show you these. Two albums on one. Skidoo and The Point. I've always liked The Point. It's like a children's tale anyway. I've got it actually on vinyl, and I've got the sleeve in a frame, and it looks pretty good. And the main character in it, called Oblio, who was a boy that had a pointed head, caught my imagination. There's a lot of narration on it as well. And on this, there's some bonus tracks on the Point part, which is I Will Take You There, alternate mix, Girlfriend, Down to the Valley, and Buy My Album. Skidoo, I'm not really acquainted with that. I think that might have been his first album. 2 original soundtrack albums plus 4 bonus tracks, digitally remastered. Next one, here we go. This goes into his sort of famous era. Here we go. Harry Nilsson, Nilsson Schmielsen. There's the cover. Inside, there's a bit of a booklet with details, etc. on there. And there's bonus tracks. Without You, Driving Along. Well, we all know he had a worldwide hit with Without You, which he didn't write. Some people still think that he wrote that, but no, he didn't. Driving Along, Gotta Get Up, Coconut. You put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up. Old Forgotten Song, Down, Moonbeam Song, and Jump Into the Fire. There we go. Great stuff. Then we have Son of Schmielsen, which contains 2 unreleased recordings, and it's got like it's got a picture. See there, it's got security still on it. And no, I didn't take it out of the store without paying. It's got a picture of like Harry as a vampire. Bonus tracks, Joy demo version guitar and Joy demo version piano. Then there's Harry Nilsson and Nilsson Sings Newman. See? Quite a good looking chap. The first one's called Harry, the puppy song, Nobody Cares About the Railroad Anymore. And then the other one, he was a great fan of Randy Newman, and this is Nilsson Sings Newman. Waiting, bonus tracks, Waiting from the Motion Picture Jenny and Snow. Well, I like Randy Newman. I've always liked his stuff. He had a resurgence later in life, and of course he had material used in Toy Story and other films as well, so that's pretty good. Here we go. Harry Nilsson, Pandemonium Shadow Show. I have to be careful saying that. Aerial Ballet and Aerial Pandemonium Ballet. So this is 3 albums actually on two discs. Bonus tracks, As I Wander Lonely, Miss Butter's Lament, Sister Marie, and Wasting My Time. Well, as you probably know, Harry ended up being a good friend of John Lennon's, and they went on their lost weekend with Brandy Alexander's, etc., and showing themselves up at, I think it was it Clancy Brothers show? Clancy Brothers show. Can't remember which now for sure. Anyway, they were turfed out, and then later on, it turned out that Harry had some sort of devastating news. His finances were in a very precarious state because it said that his financial advisor, this lady was a financial advisor, had embezzled all the proceeds from his songwriting. So that must have set him back a heck of a lot. She was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment, and she came out, and there was no order for restoration of Harry's money. I don't know whether it had been spent, what happened to that anyway. So it left him very precarious situation. Now, he was living in a apartment in London, and I trying to remember who actually owned this originally, but Keith Moon died there in 1978 after he'd been to see what was the film now, the Buddy Holly film. He'd been to the premiere, came home, and he was taking a drug to stop him drinking basically, and it's thought that he took it twice without realising he'd already taken it, and that killed him. And then Cass Elliot, who I've mentioned my meeting with Cass Elliot, or meetings with Cass Elliot before, she was staying there. She was doing some touring in England, and she died. I think that was a massive heart attack, despite the rather nasty things that have been written in the press about how she passed away that weren't true. So she died there, and then later Harry died there in the same flat. So pretty spooky and pretty sad, really. Still, he left a great legacy of music. I've got a box set of his recordings. I think it's all his RCA recordings, and I'll drag that out sometime, probably in the new year, and show you that, or maybe a little bit later. I hope you've enjoyed seeing these, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up, and please hit the subscribe button, because that helps my channel grow, and it also means that you get to see all the videos as I make them and they come out. Thanks for your time. It's lovely having you here. Bye for now, and see you again. Have a great day.